Hello, good morning. It's your Happy Healer Lover. I hope you're doing wonderful this morning. I hope you are happy and have great vibes, because it's going to take that to win. And today we are here with Moderna Excels, and this is yet another Landy Mantic's Brands of Passion. If you're new to the idea of the stock market, I would like to introduce you to the stock market, as we have been on all of our channels that, not all of them, but a lot of our channels that we haven't been coming on with Moderna Excels. And I just want to show you a stock that I think has been helping solve some problems in America, as we know with the pandemic. But it goes much deeper than that. For us on Moderna Excels, we're about making money. And we've done just that for quite a while. And I think it's important that we are humble in that effect, in that effort. And so I want to just we've got about 7 minutes until the market gets going here. And you can see in the pre-market, we are down for about $6. We were as high as up as $10 and so on. The pre-market is nothing more than a suggestion. It doesn't mean much. Once we get going, that's when we'll see what's really happening. I suspect a good day today, and I'll tell you why. Moderna has many factors coming together for it. I feel we're going to be going up today, but anything can happen after yesterday. You know that. The bulls are really proved at a time when the bears are expected to knock us out of their, they expect to knock us out of the game altogether. And the truth is, they failed at that. The bears wanted to see Moderna go after its earnings call yesterday down to 250, and instead it held its ground after making a record-breaking run. It's over 400 right now. Even in the pre-market, it's going on 410.90. And that's really impressive for having these bears been telling us that it's going to go down to 250, and yet they're wrong over and over and over again. And this is all nonsense. Many of these folks are clearly non-vaxxers. It's obsessive compulsive for them, and everywhere they go. And now they are going here. So that's all I see. Bears who are bears because they're anti-vaccination propagandists and conspirators, who they themselves are actually putting their money up on that view. And they've been losing. That's the thing. They've been losing. And so I know a lot of folks, some people who've been following their Happy Healer Lover have made plenty to buy a house even. To buy cars. And they come and they tell me this. They say, man, thank you so much. Man, you've been so right. And I say, oh, I'm humble. I'm just trying to help. And that's great. And that's what they do. So let's get back to it. Yes, these anti-vaxxers, these bears that are anti-vaxxers. Okay, so let's move along. Bears who are bears because they're anti-vaccination propagandists and conspirators aren't going to convince me of our unfortunate days coming ahead, when all we've seen this last month is leading up into what today could be a MOASS for bulls. And that's the mother of all short squeezes. Now, we use that language with AMC, which I bless as well, and I am also in, of bear traps, and this is the big bear trap. That's what I see. Perhaps because we are set for even rising up from the short squeeze and then to a gamma squeeze. They don't like that stuff, but it's actually, the charts are set up for this stuff. There's a short interest of 10%. That's up 9.5% from last month. Moderna doesn't have that kind of short stuff going on. But now that it's reaching its value, people believe that it was going to have this massive drop on after earnings. After earnings came, and it was supposed to be right then, sell on the news. And these bears are confused. They're exploding inside. They don't understand, why is this thing not at 250? Maybe it's because they're anti-vaxxer propagandists. So they've gone broke getting to this point. Every day the bears I experience, not a bear day at all. Every time they have a bear day, it's really a neutral day. For us bulls, it feels like a bear day, and for bears, it feels like a bear day. And all it is a neutral day where we all just go neutral. And that's where the price doesn't move much. And Moderna, when it moves huge. And all it's been moving is huge directions in the positive, and of course with your Happy Healer Lover's blessing. And so we have 3 minutes till, and right now the pre-market's starting to come up to reality for 11.50. Okay, so we beat revenue. Moderna's doing great, 6.46 cents, and too much is a mistake. Meaning that Moderna can almost earn $25 per share in a whole fiscal year, and with a 15 times forward earnings, which will give it a price tag of $375. If 20 times X Moderna earnings tech is hot, give it a share price of $500. That's what we are looking for. So I'd like to see $500 today based on the math. I'd like to see perhaps a short squeeze engage. I mean, there's all kinds of... What are these bears thinking? All right, I'm not a bear, that's for sure. I'm not necessarily a bull all the time, but on Moderna, I like the company. Sue me for it. And, you know, I don't really get behind companies I don't like. I'm not out there looking at crap on companies. I just want to see America do great. I wish we were all like that. And then we wouldn't have all this guessing work to do. All right, so welcome to the program. This is Moderna Excels. I'm your Happy Healer Lover, Keith Landy. Today we are once again focused on making money, being humble, getting it done. That phone number's up there in case you want to be a part of the conversation. I welcome that. Completely transparent and open. And bada 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 boo bop bada bada boo bang. I hope you're ready. Stretch a little bit. It's gonna be a crazy day, maybe. Who knows? All right, we have 1 minute till open. Remember, I told you yesterday, if you want to get out of this thing, be prepared when these moves start happening, depending on what happens. Don't wait forever to get out if you're looking to try and salvage some of those calls you got into yesterday that you were nervous about. Otherwise, hang in deep. Today, you can lose it all or you can make it big. Those are the options. So here we go. Time now is 9:29, moving into the opening hour of Moderna Excels. Moderna stock, well, this channel's Moderna Excels. Or this show is. The channel's varies. Okay, still 9:29. Here we are. I would recommend having your phone or your app or however you're working with things open, ready to go, and set on your portfolio main page. All right. We are open. It is 9:30. And Moderna is right now at 411. 411.41. We're probably going to start out with some pretty big action here. Let's see. We're looking at this together, and let's see what our volume is. It's already at 500,000. It's climbing. Have a strategy if your wish is to get out today, my friends. Have a strategy for that. Okay. We're still hovering around 410. I think that this could be it. Now, for those of us who are bulls and are steady about this, I'll remind you that yesterday I picked up 30 calls. I felt very good about doing that. In fact, I'm going to pick up a few more right now, because this thing could turn around quickly here. You see, this is how bear days and bear traps and bull traps begin. It looks like you're going down, then it turns around and changes, and it does it very quickly. And so if you can capitalize off of that, that's good. Now, it might not happen, you know, because we're very humble about this. We understand the pressures that are going on. From since yesterday to today, nothing in that way has changed. However, the things that do look good are the fact that the bears have been telling us for the last month that this thing's going to go down to 250 and fall out of the sky. It never did that. It never did that. They were wrong about that. And they weren't even humble in realizing that they are wrong. They didn't admit they were wrong. That in its own right is wrong, isn't it? But that's what they do. We're going to go for 09 on that. And let's pick up some of those out of the money calls for cheap. See, we picked them up. We got 55 calls there. And where else can we pick up some cheaper calls? We're going to add to these. We're going to buy 5 of those. Review. Now, always working on the beautiful ones. Come on. By the time we get it right here, huh? Let's just turn that lock off and try again. Go. Okay, it's out. Nicely done. All right, let's look at this market action. Now we're making that move up. Hallelujah. Dear Heavenly Father, be with Happy Healer Lovers wide and far. Let's watch after their families. Let's help them get through the hard times in life. If they're here with us now, let's help them win some money on Moderna. And if we can all together be humble no matter what happens, win, loss, or otherwise, realize that we did our homework, we did our best, we were pragmatic about it, we were honest with ourselves about the direction of the price, about the direction of everything, we weren't lying to anybody the whole way, just giving our honest hearts truth the whole time, and that's what has helped anybody from the first place, and that is what we continue to do. Amen. Now, let's get started. We're at 4:11:29. So there's some back and forth action, which is always healthy. Let that continue. Let that do what it's doing. That's a great way to go. And I think now's a good time to make a commemoration to marijuana mantics. And I'll tell you why. Because it's God's only way of keeping people cool and keeping people happy. And so I put American mantics. I put marijuana mantics. I have over 30 brands of passion, and marijuana mantics is on board with us. So we are at 4:12, 4:13, 4:14. It's gonna move pretty quick today, and I suspect we'll have good. And if we can really get it going, we actually do have a short squeeze situation in order, because these bears drastically and dramatically underestimated Moderna's true value. They weren't looking at some factors in the value of Moderna. And that's whether it drops or doesn't drop. I still believe that the new price target for Moderna is $650, and that today it's possible to reach $450 to $500. And if the more and more of these bears that realize that this thing is not coming down, it didn't come down yesterday, the sentiment on the stock is increased from yesterday to today. If you come to comments here, you look, it's 51%, whereas yesterday the bears were in charge at over 60%, 61%. So there's been a reverse in sentiment for the retail traders. And so people are realizing Moderna's no joke, and that actually we're set up for a short squeeze. And that's because there were so many bears that were piling up on each other to lose money here. So many anti-vaxxers. There's a lot of anti-vaxxers that are bears here. These guys don't even invest in the market. They just come to be a bear at Moderna because somebody convinced them that that's the way to be. Okay, so that's the way they were. Now, if you're here with us, joining us, I would appreciate it if you hit the like button, if you shared this, because God Almighty, that's how you get good omens. You want to win today? The only way we're going to win today is if we're working with good omens. So, you already see me make a prayer. I put it out. You see me lay out the truth. You see me get very bullish about what's going on. So, you want to add to that? Like this and share it. Those are good omens. Like and share. Right now, if you want to be a winner, like and share, because people will see it. It'll help project that overall truth that we feel is the truth, because we're working in a duality world where the anti-vaxxers are saying that you take the vaccine and you're going to die, even though we've seen for over a year this vaccine, I'm vaccinated with the Moderna vaccine, that it's working well. And so, Moderna is only going up today and then back. It's from where it's opened. It hit the market opening at 409, which, it's above that right now. So to me, that's good news. And we're just kind of shaking it up around that level. I bought a few calls in at that level. And if things, to me, very calculated risk as well with those far out options, only because, I mean, look at the board. How can you not? I don't know, people sometimes seem very blind to me. So make sure that you do that, though. Please make sure that you're on top of your planning for what you want to accomplish today, because whiners don't win and winners don't whine. Okay. Marijuana Mantics, I love you. Your happy healer loves you. Oh, yes, that's right. 41320. Let's show them what we have. We are the Bulls. We are the Bulls. In fact, I'm going to up the ante again. I'm going to do it on this one so you can see. I'm going to up the ante again. Because I'm a bull. And I'm a bull. I'm a bull with a bull's heart. I'm a bull's heart. But yes, we are going to up the ante again. Let's go ahead and see what we've got for options. We've got this 415. We'll go ahead and pick up, let's do 2. Yeah, we'll do 2. From 510 to 615. Well, we sure ain't paying premium for it. No, that's not going to work. It's moving too quick. Damn it. It's moving too quick. I need to just get it in there. Kiefer, get it in. Get it in there. All right. We're moving along. We're doing it well because we're happy. And we're with our happy healer. All right, so it's at 418 right now. We are hoping to see those big movements, man. I really think we can pull it out today. Your happy healer's with you. He loves you. He cares about you. He just wants to see you win. And if you want to do your part in that, share and like. Share and like. Share and like. Okay? I'm going to come and look in now, see if you shared. If not, I'm going to get off online. Whoa, what did you do? What did you say? I did say that, didn't I? I think we can really do it today, folks. I think we can make the difference. I really do. Yes. Really do it today, folks. There we go. So yeah, we've got 4 of you guys on here. And remind, if you can, send out the good vibes. Let the other folks know we've got good things going on at Moderna Excels. Share it, please. Let's build this up. That's how we're going to make wonderful things last, is by sharing it and building it up. We're at 417. We're positive on the day. This is exactly how a healthy day starts. Bears must be pooping themselves. I mean, anti-vaxxers. These aren't bears. Bears, I don't think they're that dumb. Anti-vaxxers, that makes sense. We're 418.48. Yeah, I don't think these are bears. For now on, call them anti-vaxxers. You aren't bears. Bears are smarter than you. You wouldn't continuously lose. Okay, we are moving right along at 418. Your happy healer lover is feeling the energy today. 168, always humble in that effect. Even when we are excited, we are humble. Even when we are excited, we are humble. So welcome on board. I hope you get to enjoy your wonderful day no matter what. Win, lose, or draw, we are going to have a good day. Because God is good. Because you are good. Because Moderna is good. And let's see what we're coming back down. Let's see how far we go down compared to when we go back up again. Time now is 9:41. Let's remember we're in the morning hours. The opening hours. And so far it's been a bull's day compared to opening at about 410, I think it was 409 actually, but let's just say 410. And right now we're 15 above that. We're well, not 15, we're 6 above that. We're at 416. So let's do it. And now on to Moderna. Not Moderna. Moderna we're with. Marijuana Mantics. Damn it. I normally don't smoke in the morning, but today I feel like we'll have a good celebration and we'll be humble. This is not exactly celebration time yet, but we'll be positive about it. Okay, so what we can see on this morning is just some back and forth action still. No really humongous huge moves. Our volume is at 2.12 million on the morning so far, and as so far as the moves that we have made since the opening hours, it has been mostly positive move. So right now we're pretty much just wanting to see build on that, and we've come down off of 418. We're at 411 right now, and I want to see a build on that and turn around. Now, if we should drop and get pretty low, some pretty good discounts, I'll probably buy some of those cheap contracts. Once again, I would follow it down if I felt it was a down day. And to buy puts when you're already towards, when you're already at a price that is at the bottom, I feel like we're, at the bottom almost, then I think that'll be kind of foolish. And so we'll see how it all turns out. I don't want to be immune to being able to purchase a put. But like I said yesterday, and the reason why I talk about this stuff is I contemplate it. So maybe we have a caller. I don't know. We'll see. Hello, it's Keith. Hello? Nope. And feel welcome if you want to call in. Just be positive and be a gentleman, and we'll have a great conversation. Moderna beat its earnings. Now it's going back up again. We're going to feel some of this volatility. By the way, don't just jump into Moderna unless you've done some homework on options. You know what you're talking about if you're going to do options plays. If you want to learn options plays, the best thing you could do is don't bet, don't do anything. Just watch the program. Watch how it turns out. Watch if we lose, how much it costs. Watch if we win, how much it gains. Watch the particulars. In fact, right now we're going to... Okay, this says spam, so we'll just avoid it. Okay, so watch the particulars, because you'll get to see the action and the whys and hows. And I feel really good about the movement right now, about maybe picking up some calls here. And so, let's see. I'm going to try and keep them around the strike price, though, because they are getting more affordable within that strike price. So let's go ahead and pick up 5 here if we can. How much would that be? We're going to spend, it's getting a little cheaper, so we'll try and pick them up at 415. Try and put that through real quick, see if we could do that. Maybe I put 445. Alright, so that's working, it's out. We picked those up. Yeah, I mean, I'm a bull. I can't help it. And so those are, to me, those are good prices. And I see the value as being undervalued. I see it as being a great price right now. And we just picked up 410 calls, 5 contracts at that. In fact, they got a little cheaper here. And so let's see if we can maybe, depending on what's happening, 350, let's say about 3.70. I'm not going to pick up 10. But the reason why I'm loading up on these is because we need some more power coming up. I might have to redo that because it was climbing. I'm not going to chase it all the way up, you know. That's not what I can do today. It's still sitting there, so 450 it already went up. No, we'll just change it to 420. That's all. It'll come through. It's going to come through now. It'll come through. No, we're not going to do 420. It's going to come through. Yeah. We probably already own it. Let's see. Orders. Yeah, we already own it. Okay, so that's good. So that puts 10 contracts right there. Alright, that's good news. I think that we'll have to be on our feet here and just kind of watch what happens with the price. And that's what we'll do. So let's see, 408. And with these accounts, I've been pretty aggressive, obviously. But I'm going in the direction that I see as being winning. I don't work with fear, and I don't do greed. I work with courage and care. What I believe in, I do my homework on. And, don't follow what I'm doing. Just learn from what I'm doing. And what you might learn is that greed hell is a place that, takes away from what should happen. Or you might learn that we do great things. But I don't think that you should just blanket follow me. That's not smart. Okay, you follow when you know what you're doing. If you believe in it, then you do it. On that we just did, it's already up 500. That's why we do it like that. I believe today's going to be a good day. If it has to dance around to get there, it won't have to dance around as far, at least for me to make some progress on those moves, right? That's why those moves were done. That's why I did it. And at this price now, they're already up by almost $1,000. And so you can see, and then they jump around. And that's why we do it. So we don't have to go as far to make some progress. Now, given that we have some situational stuff out there that might take a little bit more effort to make progress in, that's why I set up my own bets like that. And I encourage you to not do it if you're not comfortable with that. That's extreme effort. That is only done by people, the bulls, who have the most heart and who can take a loss. That's not for babies. And I have no problem taking a loss. I already live in a van. It can't get worse from here, you know what I mean? That's why it's nice living in a van. Ha! I can take on the wins and not worry about the losses because I'm in charge, I'm empowered, and I'm a lover. And that's just the way it goes. Bada bing, bada boom, bada bang, bada rang-a-tang. And when it gets painful, I just hunker down and I say, good God Almighty, we are together in this. And that's it. Stick it through. So we're at 409.38. 409.61. We're bouncing around, feeling good about it. $1,000 up on that 10 contracts. Yep, 1,200 up on those 10 contracts. And maybe we might open, since the puts might be a bit cheap, we might open a couple of puts at this price range just for some insurance. Yeah, the puts are cheap, like say around 400, right? Those cheap puts for all the stuff that we have going on. I don't think it's a bad idea to buy those. Why not? This way here, you have kind of like an ace in a hole for all the massive other plays you got going on. So really it becomes what with this day on a Friday when these things get cheap, you can get away with that. On a Monday, that would sure not be possible. If you're looking out into, long calls, that would not be possible. But when you're paying, much cheaper on the Friday when everything's expiring today, it becomes a bit more possible then. So let me tell you, I picked up some calls. Some puts as insurance. It, cost me, let me see what those puts cost. Or did they even go through? I don't know if they went through. Yeah, I think that was rejected. All right, let's see. That's why you always got to double check it. And because you'll be shocked to learn that, your intention didn't play out. Okay, so I got some in there. I just want some insurance because I'm in a bit heavy. I'm just making smart plays. And I'm trying to, and I'll update you on everything, but I got to make my moves. Yesterday I failed to make my moves as talking. And I'm telling you what I'm doing as I'm doing it. Okay, those are the 5 puts. So we'll buy there. And get into account specific. Okay. Gets a bit challenging, but we gotta stay on cue here. Alright, we're gonna buy. What I want to do is just buy something like around there. See what those are. Alright, that's good. That for around 0.90. Alright, so in case this thing gets embarrassing and we get like a really bad sell-off, that can happen if people get nervous and scared in the world of greed hell, which I don't suspect will happen, but I have some insurance against that. And oh my goodness. Yeah, we'll just do it. No, we can't do it like that. It's got to be a limit order. All right, so let's see here. What the hell is this thing doing? The most frustrating thing is when the system's not working right. Did it go through? And then you got to chase around. The positions start getting complicated. Okay, so yeah. All right, I'm in 15 put contracts. I bought 10 that were out of the money a little bit. I'm going to put them on the screen. I had the wrong phone up, damn it. All right, and if we go up, those are going to lose a massive amount of money, but I have enough stuff that I'm really counting on. Here's what's going to happen. Either we're going to go up like I suspect, and it's going to be great and grand. We're going to have a beautiful day, and those put contracts are going to go to hell just like they should, go straight to hell. Or we can fall. Fear starts building in. The bears are going to have so much euphoria. Oh, see what we said? See? Which, these anti-vaxxers. And when you start realizing the heart of an anti-vaxxer, they are upset. They're absurd, really. And and look, we're at 408. I think we're going to have a good day. Yeah, I really think we will. So the anti-vaxxers, they come out, and they come out strong. And so, yeah, those put contracts, they're losing money now, but once we get rolling out of that, and I'll be able to determine what's the best move at that point. We're at 407.36 now. And that's the screen I typically like to stay on. Which really, we've been between... And I think we're going to get moving today. Trust me, we've got a lot of energies going on here. 402 to 419. Where will we end up from there? We'll see. We shall see. And we have AMC at 32.32. If you guys heard about that, there's a lot of news going on with that right now. Okay. What's it going to be today, Moderna? You know what? If you have bets like mine right now, all you really need is big action. You want to go down big. You want to go up big. And either way, we're going to do well. Our biggest enemy today is going to be that IV and time, if time gets out from under us. It's 9:56. Time could be very difficult to deal with. Right now we're at 403. So we'll see what happens. And today might be a consolidation day too. I mean, Moderna's all over the place, guys. This is why I say it's gambling, and I'm a pretty good gambler. I know I've got a heart of a gambler. Because the gamble, I know, you got to put your neck out there if you want to make progress in this world. I know it. I've seen it already. That's greed hell's greatest thing. It wants you to put your neck out so it can cut it nicely. And then sometimes because you got lucky or you made a very good bet, then you get to go on. And I think generally that, the account that both of these accounts started at $1,500, and it's just what it is. Takes days to move around, and that's how Moderna is, and it's going to stay in this range where it moves heavy, and it'll continue doing that for a while. So the big thing is that we didn't go below 400. The biggest worry is for anyone with contracts and then you're gambling like me. I like gambling. It's okay. Life in greed hell is a gamble. It's a shitty gamble, really. And so it's not that bad. But I would rather that we win going up, because it builds our country, it builds our businesses, and that's what I'm about. So let's see what happens. We are at 404.15, and I might go in heavier with some of these even. The thing about it is, when you're working for forward momentum and the direction that we're all working for, you want to see volatility. You don't want to see it just coasting around. Really, that's our biggest enemy today, is just coasting around. So it's got to be about volatility. It's got to be about jumping around. And that's bears or bulls right now are just... I'm on both ends. I'm on both ends today. And my bear bet is not insignificant either. So I got a nice chunk down there that says if we fall through the floor, then there's some protection. But the only reason I did that is not because I believe in that. It's because I have so much at stake for going up. And it's just a smart man's hedge bet. That's all. And today on a Friday, it's more affordable. It's going to take some quick action to keep on top of today's events. So let's continue to pay attention and make actions as we see necessary. Right now we are at 32.25 for AMC, and Moderna's at 406.29. I'm going to put on a little bit of music. I don't know why this camera is so out of focus. Ba-ba-boo. Can you see it now? I guess it's because I have weird lighting in this. Oh, it's my backlighting probably. It's okay, I'm not too worried about it at the moment. Let's get Moderna on her tracks. So 4:05. It's going to fall in a pattern here soon. It's already 10 a.m. I really believe that. Bears think it's going down to, I don't know. I've seen some of them say 350 today and 300. Okay, whatever. It's not. I don't believe in that. I believe that that puts a sucker bet. I took it because I'm a sucker. I took it because I'm a sucker today. I just wanted to be for sure I'm not screwing myself on the down movement, and so I took it. And anybody could do that. And that's what I mean. You have to be flexible like that, or you end up, all you are is full of garbage. You're not taking adequate measures to consider it can go down. Like, wouldn't I be a liar if all I said is it could only go up? That's garbage. And that's what the bears literally do. They say all it can do is go down. And in many ways, they serve to, cause that bad attitude, that negativity. They're anti-vaxxers for one thing, so they have a negative attitude. And then the next thing is they cost a lot of people money. Just like me, I bought those put contracts. If they don't print, which today is the most likely they would, because now we make all this progress, and it's the first time that I've even felt compelled to do that. And that's it. I do what I feel compelled to do. And I encourage you to do the same. I mean, we're not at easy territory. We're at difficult territory. I had a choice today. My choice was simple. I could either step out, and like I told you guys from the beginning, and remember, I love you. That's why I was telling you that. And so if I told you that and then turned around and did something different myself, it's because I'm watching out for you and because I love you. But not just that, because I'm honest with you, and because it's going to take effort for what I'm doing. I'm not sure it's going to work out. Well, my puts right now are actually printing. So, I mean, that's the scary part, and that's why I told you what I was doing, because what if that happens, right? And to be honest with you, if we start winning on puts, well, then buy some puts and let's win there. I don't want to see us not win. If we fall below 400, let's root it on. And then tomorrow, we'll jump on the upside. Either way, I think it can move. And then, the thing is you're allowed to move around like that. Nobody's allowed to tell you, oh, now you're on this side, or oh, now you're on that side. No, that's BS. You are allowed to move around like that. And so, the one advantage that we don't have is to continuously buy in and buy out because of our limitations. That's an unfair market. Let's pull this price up so you could see it. We're at 401.13. Let's come over here and look at this one. It's a little more interesting. A lot of red followed by some green. You see, I didn't sell out a lot of those positions. And some of those were kind of like, all right, 55 contracts at 2 pennies. I mean, what's the big deal there? Obviously, I was buying those as like a lottery ticket, right? You know the difference. In fact, I mean, they're so cheap, you could pick up another 10. They don't cost anything, $30, see? And then shebang-a-lang-a-dang. If that were to pay out, that would be huge. Like, let's say it turned around and it really got ghosting. $399.99. And by the way, you could do the same thing on the other side. They're like far out lottery tickets. I mean, if this thing really starts to drop like a bat out of hell, that's exactly what you want to see anyway. Quite frankly, cousins, that's what you want to see anyway. And what we'll do is we'll watch this as we go. Maybe we'll go ahead and add to our put contracts if those are going to be the printing guys today, because getting under 400 does tell me that that's where we're moving. So, well, nothing is written in concrete, that's for sure. Alright, you seen what I just did? And I'm going to do them in increments like that if I'm going to start picking up a put. A portfolio. You know what a portfolio is?
It's just a portfolio. We could win on both sides. Let's not be afraid to win on both sides. Hey, look, I'm looking to have a party today. That's just the way it's gonna go. I want to have a party either way, okay? It's no fun not having parties. I'm so used to having parties, but... yeah, once you see it go down like that, then it's almost like, well, you know, you have to think about it. It seems like maybe we are on a down day then. I have to, where's my other puts I just bought? I don't think they're there. It's okay. Let's get on this one and see the action. Okay. So that's 398.25. Trying to see what's wrong with my app because I can't move around in it. Oh, okay. No. Yeah, there we go. Alright, now I can move around. Alright. We are even keeled today. Even keel. You know what that means? Alright, so we are going to just get a little more looking at some of these puts since it looks like they're printing. We're going to build it up a bit. Because I have a feeling today, either way it goes, it's going to go big. No, we're buying puts. Thank you very much. Watch your bets closely. It'll screw you up good. Got a lot going on. 35. Those are puts? Yeah? Okay. Alright, go. Canceled? Or they bought? Okay, they went through. Alright. Let's have a big day. Let's just move far anyway. And that's going to do fine. This one is kind of poo-pooed right now. That could change. And I'm not big or emotional on it because I just know how it is. It can change. And it, you know, I'm on house money right now. And what I would rather do is win big and be able to do some more amazing stuff, or basically I'm already doing what I've been doing, right? So it's really no change to me. Everybody's got a different goal, and you got to focus on that goal. And if your goal is, you know, like mine, just living for the world, maybe you could do what I do. But if your goal is different, you have a family, you know, you got to think about what your goal is. If you're a young guy, you know, don't be a whiner. If you lose, don't be a whiner. Well, then you don't have enough value in other parts of your life, obviously. Everything's about money, and now you want to jump off a bridge. Don't be a whiner. All right, let's see, Miffy Pup. I'm betting that we will make our money back one day. That's right. That's right. You know what? When we win together, we bond, and when we lose together, we bond. And as so long as we're bonding, we're winning. It's funny, the fucking price doesn't even move and we're losing. What the hell's up with that, man? Right, facts. Hilarious facts. And so, that's it. We just need some movement. I don't know if you're only bear today or only bull today or how you are, but I back you, love you, and want to see you win, right? I want to see you win. No matter what, I'm on your side. That's how today's rolling out. And if you're a loser, it happens, I'm on your side again. It's okay. Nothing new for me, baby. That's why we got to get to the world of God's love. And then we get institute an income for all. We don't have to spend our time worrying about money ever again. All we do is worry about our passions. Worry about giving back to humanity. Worry about being loved by humanity and being appreciated by humanity. We're going into the world of abundance, the world of the media age, where everybody's a superstar, where everybody's loved. I mean, this hell we have going now is for the birds. Nobody has time to be in that world. We're all busy being slave workers. It's unbelievable. Which again are more facts. Yeah, Miffy, yeah, it's a slaughterhouse. And I didn't switch to puts. I kept those. I think it might be wise to close some of my calls, maybe. I know it'd be at a huge loss, but there's money there to be taken off the table. Right now, what we need to see is just movement. Our biggest enemy is going to be just sitting there. Although we did buy these not at 9:30, we got cooking. If we bought them more like around 10. So that would be, I mean, if you ride with me on this thing, honestly, I'm doing this show because this is how I do things. And I think it's pretty exciting for me. And I think other people get excited with it too. And, maybe we can do something. And I'm not telling you how to bet. I'm just completely transparent in what I'm doing. And you got to see me. On down days, I'm the same person as I am on up days. I mean, I don't get that, cruelness about me that I see with the Bears. And I don't know, the Bulls don't really have that in them too much. They have eagerness. They get angry when you keep pooping on their stock and they tell you what the truth is. But Bulls usually have been on their stock for years. Bears just show up with the, hedge funds. Honestly, they just show up with the hedge funds. That's why Moderna has 9.5 million shares that are shorted. I mean, yesterday. And that's it's a 9.5% up over last month. I mean, that's crazy. We were at 0.5%, and these guys got us to this level. And it's not really falling much below 400. So, they're really wrong. And they put the fear of God in all of us, honestly. These bears, anti-vaxxers or whatever they are, they put the fear of God in all of us. That's just the truth. It's just the truth. That's why I say money's not the true value, you are. That's why I don't want to see you toiling in a job. Why would you get a job and spend 40 hours a week working, putting all your effort into just making money if you can live cheaper and work for human value? Get behind the things that matter. Let me tell you, that's only the thing that's going to matter for this lifetime. It's not going to matter about making millions of dollars so you can, and when you get up on top of that world, you got to be a greedy, hurtful, hateful bastard to keep it. And you got to be a greedy, hurtful, hateful bastard to get it. And, I think the stock market's a great avenue for making money. I think you can make money on the stock market, and in God's world, like the world that I want to see, I call it American Mantics, the loving world, where we love each other like we love our families. Man, imagine the possibilities there, where we love each other like we love our families, and that everybody's a lover. They care about each other, and that's God's energy. That's why I call it God's world, and it's a lot better than greed. Greed is the devil's energy. And so the markets, we institute an income for all and make it a generous one. And, I would like to see families get close to $7,000 a month and individuals get around $3,500 a month, maybe $4,000 a month, and have it paid through the stock market. It will drive the stock market up. It'll make owners of businesses out of poor people who will start to appreciate businesses instead of hating them the way they do now, instead of resenting them the way they do now. It'll have CEOs answering to all people rather than just, their few hedge funds that own them all, or whatever, money market funds or whomever owns them all. And that's the point. We need to really think like that, right? There you go. That's good, Miffy. You didn't go too far. It doesn't seem like the floor is falling out of it. I didn't, sell my calls. I'm pretty much all in on movement at this point. And I'll continue to lose value as no movement occurs. But any movement occurs. And, Moderna, for it not to move, is really just for it to step out of its normal go, for it to be unlike its normal self. And so we'll see what happens, and hope for the best in that regard, because people are really invested in on it. And that's it. AMC is at 32.36. So, and they're holding the hedge funds accountable with their naked short selling. Meaty McGreedy, me Kevin, says, and I call him Meaty McGreedy. Remember that. That is his nickname from us. Meaty McGreedy. Meaty McGreedy said that Moderna is going to go under 100, and that's when he'll pick it up. Meaty McGreedy is wrong, is always wrong. Anything I've ever followed Meaty McGreedy on, I lost money on. And, today even, we're not, if I lose all this money today, that does not mean that I was wrong about Moderna. Moderna's holding in strong. If anything, the bears have had their effect, even on me. And, that's all that would mean. And, and I'm kind of almost rooting for the bears a little bit, because I'm in with them. That's the reason why, when you have the world of God's love in American Mantics, when all people are owners of companies that are good and changing the world for us in a positive way, that they would be rooting for these companies, unlike now. And we really need that so bad. We need to get people out of being scared about money and being courageous about building. We have so much possibilities right here, so much advantage that, the electrical world is upon us, that we can build. It's just amazing, and that's what I want to see happen so bad. That's what I'm for, because I'm for the world of abundance. I'm tired of poverty-stricken America leaving half the people to death, and then I want to see other countries see what we did and follow it. That's all. That's simple. And these politicians are never going to give that to us, because they don't believe in our greatness. They only believe in our hell. They caused a civil war. We need unity to win. So we will see what happens. We will see what happens together. Welcome to the show.
I'm your happy healer lover, this you know. The price is $3.99, let it drop or let it grow. We're just fine either way. We're with God too. We already prayed, we got our plan made, and we're lovers all the way through. Oh, I'm your happy healer lover too. Booyah! I'm your happy healer lover too. Any musicians? We'll make a happy healer song. I'm your happy healer lover, happy healer lover, happy healer lover. $3.98.61. Go ahead, print. I dare you to print some money. The guy's daring. He's daring the stock market. I sure is in the hell in daring the stock market. Go either way, I'm ready for you punks. The only thing you could do to scare, well, not even scare me, just make me a little bit sad, is by not moving at all. I like my coffee because it smooths out my esophagus and my throat after smoking my medical marijuana for marijuana mantics. Yeah, let us be shocked today. Let a real gamma squeeze happen or something like that. Let a short squeeze happen. My goodness, can you imagine? Or just let the floor drop out. Let it go all the way down to $100. That'll be fine. And then we'll ride it back up again. That's just fine. You know what? I'm rooting for people to make money, baby. And we're on it. We're ready for it. $397.98. $397.98. Oh, $397.98. Oh, $397.98. Oh, $398.59. $398.59. $398.99. $398.99. $398.99. Let's go check some of the other market. Tesla. Yikes! You know, why did Elon Musk have to become a greedy money man about cryptocurrency speculator? I mean, I liked him much more as an engineer for building our future world. I think our technological world needs that. Why the hell did he sidetrack and become just a money guru guy? Why did he have to go and do that? And then we have the spy. Hee hee ha 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 spy. You know what? Moderna's gonna fly through the roof if the spy just dropped. I feel like that's true. We'll see if that happens. And I feel like as the spy does well, that Moderna's dropping. Is it $398.31? Let's see Churchill. Oh, let's see Hood. Robin Hood. What's under the hood? I heard a lot of garbage from Meaty McGreedy about that. Let's see. What did Meaty McGreedy say about the hood? There we are. It went up. This is where the hood went. Oh boy. I think we'll stay away from the hood. Yeah, no, Moderna Mantics, we don't just stick with Moderna only. Sometimes we go to AMC, and then that's our other favorite one, because we just like working for the world. Why work for the devil? Work for God. Work for people. Like, if you're going to invest in companies that are investing in your life. Like, Moderna is going to make your life easier, hopefully. Maybe
the kind of progress that can really reprogram our living cells. If you have some kind of problem and your hands aren't as perfect as your happy healers, see those nice hands? Maybe you want hands like that. So you take a little Moderna vaccine, and then you get Happy Healer Lover hands. See? Same thing with Happy Healer Lover feet. And Happy Healer Lover eyes. If you ever wanted those, you just take a vaccine from Moderna, and it'll have like a little picture of me on there, and it'll be called the Happy Healer vaccine. And you just take it, and then the more you take, you got to take 3 shots. First, you look like 1/4 like me, and 3/4 like how you were. And then with your second shot, you look like 3/4 like me. I mean, it's a bit uncanny at this point, so you better finish your regimen. And you look like, a bit like how you used to look. And then with your final shot, then you look like your Happy Healer Lover. That is hilarious if you ask me. Yeah, straight from the heart. That's right. I have American Mantics coming up this evening. So we're at 401.49. Come on, Moderna, make some good movement. Make us all happy, will you? I mean, these Fridays. You know what I almost said on Thursday? I said I wish that earnings wasn't coming, man. Because we were doing almost perfect up until that point, and I was thinking to myself, maybe now's the time to just be a spectator. But then I'd be like, no, because that would not be believing in what I think is going to happen. And then if it goes to what I think's going to go, like 500, then I wasn't a part of that, and I wasn't helping other people get that. And so I chose to stay with my convictions. And that's sort of what happy healers do. They always stick with their convictions. And greed, hell, it gets them in trouble. You see a lot of dead happy healers on the side of the road, broken, suffering, living their passions as much as they can, and this world just not appreciating it and spitting them out. And then you see a world of nothing but greedy bastards, and they don't wonder why the world got so bad. I think there's a lot more hope for us than that, though. Let's be real. We're at 402.40. That's fine. We'll ride it up then. Just choose a damn way, Moderna. Why do you gotta be so indecisive today, honey? We'll just go to the sky with you, baby doll. Go to the sky if that's what you want to do. Or if you don't want to go to the sky, we'll go to the ground. Whatever you want to do, just go somewhere, will you? So then on Monday we can come back from there. Well, if it's going up, I think it'll generally stay going up. But these bears, they've had everything riding on this moment. And they cost us money. They've cost us money in the past. It won't be the first time. If that's the way it turns out. Oh, wow. AMC's price oh, wow. It says AMC's price went to 30. No, okay. Sometimes it flickers around. You ever notice that Webull does that? Never mind. Never mind. AMC's price didn't do a damn thing. Yeah, so look at this. We're at 401.75. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to get rid of some of these puts, man. I think that they're a bad call. Why are the Bears' days not working out, Bears? What happened? Not to be cocky, just to try and not lose everything, right? These 385s, I mean, I think they might need to go. We'll just wait until it falls below again. we're still early on. We're 1 hour off, but man, we're going to have to be a bit more decisive today, just so that, we can capitalize off of Monday and make some progress or whatever's going to happen. What we have to learn to do is sometimes just to be spectators. And there will be shows where we are only spectators. I want to tell you that right now. We can't have every show be jumping in head first. We can build this up and build a community, but it can't be that the pressure's on every day, because sometimes there's no real opportunities. So they might be shorter shows. That's really what'll happen. Today, I don't think it's going to be a shorter show. Because as long as I'm in it, hovering over it, making decisions about my own portfolio, then I'll be on helping you guys too. And if you're there with me or whatever I really have no clue what you're doing. But in some cases, you're just here for the entertainment, and other cases you're here to make money, and whatever the case is, I'm with you. That's why I added my other channels, because a lot of those folks, they like to see me and I like to see them, and I'm always making the connections between greed, hell, and this world. I only want to see the world of love brought in for people. That's my main goal. I just want to see that so bad, and that's what I work for with all my heart. Okay, so we're at 433, 399, 86. Uh-oh. All right, maybe we're dropping down. Come on, Moderna, just go some direction and go with vigor. Go some direction with vigor. And to be honest, I think that a sell-off can happen. First off, you've got these major corporations, these hedge funds that are looking at Moderna now. They're already in very deep, and they're happy it didn't go up to 450 yet, so they're really pushing hard. They're short selling like a son of a gun. And if you have people start to get scared, they start selling, and then more people start selling. They don't want to, lose the gains they made, so they'll sell, and then we'll have a sell-off occur. And if that happens, then it might get going good. It might sell off pretty good, and our puts might pay really good. But if the opposite happens, then what'll happen is that the short selling wasn't enough. Moderna's just got too much power underneath that hood, and it's really gonna go forward then. And I remember from yesterday, Belinda, how are you, my love? I think, and you're right, you said you're not betting on anything, but yesterday I think you rolled your call over into next week, and that really might have been the best decision that any one of us made so far. But yeah, I think that being careful is very prudent of you. And I think that's basically what I was saying earlier to do. And I appreciate you listening to that, because I don't want people to get hurt. I don't want to get hurt. But it matters to me more because I can deal with it better. I'm so used to this world. And I've had quite a bit enough money to know that it's not the value in us. And so I can deal with losses. Not everybody can. And we're still retaining some value in this account. Even though we're hovering, it's still over 10 grand. I mean, I don't like to brag, but, like I said, these are $1,500 accounts. And, I won't say before that I had 1,500 in and lost that a few times. So it's what it is. But, yeah, if I'm ever to make, I'm trying to make real progress. And for me to just have some thousands, or to be just enough for me to get by, there's really not much of a difference, because I'm doing God's work, I'm preaching all the time, I'm loving, and I'm showing people that way. And to have money is just to be able to do that bigger. I have a lot of work to do on Happy Force 1. It's going to cost a lot. And we have the presidential campaign. And we'll be getting all that going and taking donations. If I can muster up the money on my own, then that's the way I sold my house to fund this campaign. Look, I'm living fully for you. I'm living fully for this dream, us all. And everything I have in this life is for that. And I'm even wanting our community of happy healers to grow and be for that, to come together for that. Even maybe have like a community compound or organization. So that'll be nice of people, like-minded people, not like a sect or an occult like how you see when people do that sort of thing because they're all secretive, but rather when you're doing God's love, it's a very open thing. And, you say it right out. And it's always like that. It's always just the truth doing good work for our future and not accepting what we have. So I'm always thinking about, right now we're at 398.22, and I think you see it right here. Yep. And that brings my neck liquidation at 10,000, so we'll see what happens with that too as we go. And maybe if I sell out of some of these calls, if it turns out to be a put day. But even with the put day, you could say, I'm a happy healer put ready. I'm just a put ready. So I have 25 put contracts, 385, 390, and 400. They're not out of this world. They're all close to the action. So if this thing wants to put on down to the bottom, that's fine. We'll do just fine. For every $1 it moves, my goodness, we'll make $2,500. So let it drop. Let it drop, let it drop, let it drop. And yeah, we're losing some money on our calls, but you see the net liquidation is not changing. That's what I'm looking at. Because the calls are losing money as the puts are gaining it. But eventually what'll happen is it'll break through that and it'll start climbing because the gains will be much greater than the losses. But right now, if it goes back the other way, what you'll see is that generally stays the same. So that's what we're looking at. That's all that matters right now, is that net liquidation. Oh, and part of that is AMC, which is at 31.87, and so there's a little bit of a loss on the day for that. But I have that gone out for the next month, so I'm not worried about that. Those don't expire until September. Let's look. 3rd. So there's plenty of time on that, and I suspect we're really going to do good on those. Maybe even should buy some. I don't know if I can. I'm buying a lot today. Yeah, I'm going to buy some. It's gone down a little bit. Those AMCs turned out to be a pretty good decision. Maybe they're not that as affordable as I thought. Not the ones that we had. I could buy one more contract, but I'm not sure. Let's see. Not there. I could buy one more right here. Okay. AMC? What? No, that's for today. No, we're not buying for today. Although, those are pretty cheap. Yeah, let's buy a few for today in case they get some action going. That could happen. I don't want to screw up my other things, so we'll get like 2 of these. Oh, they're close. Okay. I like that about, you don't really have to, you just do a market order and you're good on AMC. Okay. Alright, so now let's get to Moderna. And, what was I talking about doing on Moderna? No, it wasn't about Moderna. It was about AMC. Oh, let's look at Moderna for a moment. Where are we now? 397. So you can get a $3.95 put right now, right at the strike price almost, for $2.54. That's pretty cheap. And if this starts picking up, that's the cost to buy these are going to pick up. I think this will pay before Moderna. Well, you just stick with Moderna. Just do what you said you're going to do, punk. I mean AMC, you know what I mean. Yeah, the plan was to go to September. Well, this takes it to August 13th. You can get a $33 for $2.62. Maybe get two of those. Okay, let's go further. September 3rd, so we'll grab a 32. And that's that. The bid and the ask. So we'll try and get a little discount too. See if that works. Let me check it again. So everything's right. Okay. It's good. There it is. You see it? September 3rd. $32 call. Okay. Let's leave that alone now. And we're still right there at the same place. $3.97. Let's get that movement going. There we are. All right, Moderna, we give you permission. Let the floor drop out. Go ahead. What we lose in terms of value will only make up later. You know, where the stock price. My new price target for this baby is around $6.50. I put out there. So, but that was considering also our new earnings call. So it wasn't just based on previous information, and that's not going to be all come to at once. That's like for the next 4 months. Before every time I put a price target out, it's kind of like until the next earnings call. It's what it's worth now, but it'll take time to get there. And then when the next earnings call comes, there'll be a new target based on their results. That's how it should be. Let the floor drop out, we'll be just fine. Let's go up and grow and we'll have some wine. But either way it goes, let's grow fast too. You know, an intuition might tell you that this back and forth, the back and forth movement isn't enough for those of us who are all in and don't want to lose the movement. If you sell for a little profit, then that's all. You accepted all the profit you're getting on that one for today, because they don't give you, this pattern day trading stuff. It's wrong, but it holds you back a bit. Rich people don't have that problem. So, that's just, I don't know that people understand that well enough. And all the people who are in the market, they don't really talk about it that much. And when you're at the bottom, like if we were all worth $1 million, there would be no reason to be taking that kind of money and doing this with it. But when you're at the bottom already and you're trying and you've got goals and and you're doing well and you're putting money aside that you don't need, it's all, everybody's different. And that's why I say for some people it's very small and you shouldn't go in larger. You should only, this is betting. If you're investing, it's different. I say it over and over and over again. If you're investing, then Moderna is still good, but just buy the shares and be done with it. But if you're, and there's other stocks too, I would think you would be interested in. But if you're gambling, Well, then that's what AMC is right now. All of this is gambling. So we're at 397.09. So it looks like we are dropping more. It looks like we're going to have a dropping day, 396. Wow. Yep, I think that's going to start a sell-off and people are going to get scared. They were holding out, but now they're like, maybe those bears are right. I'm going to let people know in all fairness that I took on puts at the, so if anyone's listening to me on comments. Your Happy Healer Lover's taking on 25 put contracts, period. Just thought I'd tell you. Exclamation mark. The bears are making everything go down, period. What can I say? The anti-vaxxers have, just like all dogs, had the sunshine on their ass, period. So, yep. That's the way that goes. Yeah, Belinda, you're lovely, honey. And so, if you want to join us at Moderna Excels, go ahead and tell them. If you want to join us on Moderna Excels, you'll get to see what we're doing, period. It's at 394. Yep, and this baby's growing. Now it's on the growing phase. So that's good. That's good news. That means if we stand to continue losing, now we just want to go down. That's when we'll do better. And so Modernity's at 394, 92, 395. So a little bit of volatility's picking back up. And, I let my friends on the app know what I did, so in all transparency. So, let's go to the chart. It seems like we're just doing some, stepping down here and we're a downward direction. Let's see what. Yep, volume's high. I think the short sellers are going to be on top of this today. I don't think they're going to let this go up to its value or anything like that. So I think that's why I got in on those. So, and of course I told many of you to get out of the whole thing at that point because I was worried what can happen, and I knew what kind of gamble this was becoming. I knew that what had started as a big gamble was becoming more of an all-in, and I wanted to, make sure you were relieved of that, so that you didn't have to deal with that blood mess. Yeah, so we're at 397.61. Maybe we should go ahead and get rid of those calls. Although, that could turn out to be a mistake. Maybe just some of them. Those 410 calls or 415. We'll get rid of these. Wow, there's such value loss on that. There's 415 calls. I mean, that would really mess today up bad if it turned around on us and I didn't even have anything to make up for that. But it seems like it's going to be a bear's day. Well, let's see if it goes up a bit, how far, and then I'll drop off some of these calls. Okay. Looks like that's as far as it was going up. Alright, let's see. We'll get rid of these 4 calls. Close. And they're at... Oh, wait. Let's see. Maybe it's going up a little bit more, actually. So hard to see what modernity's gonna do. Modernity, what's wrong with you? What is wrong with you, modernity? Alright. I think that I missed my point thinking it was going up, but no. Alright, let's finish this out. 440, so maybe we can get... I don't want to be too slow on this, but I'm not really happy about selling them too much. Maybe coming up a little bit. Okay, we're gonna let him go, because we can't be a loser in all areas. Not when these things are losing value as they are. We don't want to be stuck frozen. Yep, there they go. Okay. So I'm a little bit more in the bear direction today. But at the same point, I'm still loaded for some forward action on the other side too. We'll see where it goes. Right now it's going up. That's why, and then you get locked out of buying more. That's why I don't like selling. If they gave us the option to move around easy, it would be a lot easier. But I think that could have just been a kick up and it's coming back down still or something, you know. Remember, the bears already knocked it down from, you know, on the day it's down, you know, some $15. And from the open it's down some $10. And the short sellers would like to see it go down. Yeah. That's why I didn't sell, you know, a greater amount. Because I know that it can come back. Whatever the case, I just wanted to make some huge movement. The bears promised us huge movement on one side, and on the other side, bears are just bulls are all day trying to take us up. That's what I've been saying this whole time. I mean, if this thing doesn't go down, that means my word is intact. But if it does go down, my word from yesterday, it doesn't matter about that so much. You can't be right 100% of the time, all the time, you know. And the thing is that's how I also built these accounts up, is because I was right. I had a pretty good string of being right. And it felt that to me that bulls were with a lot of energy and had a lot of advantages if things went their way today. But they would have had to have on their own gotten up to about 430 to 440 before some of these other things kicked in. And that's what I was worried about. Whether they can get beyond that 440, 430, you know, for some of these other things to kick in. And so we might be heading back down again, which means my only feeling is that I wish I sold those calls for 401 instead of 398. That's all. we just don't. If we see Moderna get on any kind of crouch to jump pattern, then we'll know that it's getting in gear for some upward movement. Let's get on the chart. Yeah, it's not doing jump any of that stuff. If anything, it's like a plane coming down. And then now it's going to maybe make some more drop action, or maybe we'll see. Yeah, that's what it's done. It tested a lot of this going up stuff right here. And now there is a bit of some profit taking, and there's also that attack from the short sellers. I'll be interested to see how much more the short sellers got in today. I'll be interested to see that. That's our market open right there. You see that line right here? This is our market open. We had a jump up, which was a fake out, and a drop. And that drop, we're in the midst of it now. So it might carry on throughout the day and get us down to about 350. Let's see what these bears are saying. That's what they want to go to. Yeah, it is heavily manipulated. Yes, it is, so be careful. Make sure you have some puts for backup. Period. Jeez. Oh, poor bulls. I'm sorry, brothers. It's okay. We'll have another day. And if you got in on some puts like we did, you sensed early on, if you were with us, bulls, we know how to act. We don't just sit there. And if you sensed early on, I told you when it went up. I set you up for this yesterday. I said, if you're wanting to get out of this, here's how you get out of it. And Belinda was able to get out of it. Good job. At this point, I wish I got out of it. But we'll see where it goes. Because once you go in it, you just stay with it, and it could still go good. Right now it's okay. I wish I was with what Belinda had done. But in another hour from now, that might totally change, where Belinda might be wishing she was where I had done. But either way, we're rooting for each other. Right, Belinda? Yep, we're at 397.33. And let's see our other content here. So our net liquidation is at 97.97. So really, if we're going to do a drop, it would be nice to see it pick up some pace. And that's only, of course, having told my bull friends early on about exit strategies. And also, if you're in it with me, you already seen what I did. So transparent. Completely open. Could be embarrassing sometimes. But, it's completely open. And that's it. Let's see some of these other stocks. Let's see what NVAX is doing. I felt like NVAX was going to have a bad day today. Yep, because they came out and extended their vaccine rollout again till Q4. And so that's going to hurt them, and it did. I felt like their going down could be good for Moderna, but maybe it is being good. Maybe that's putting some upward pushing on it right now, which means that might be part of what's holding it up too. Let's see, Ocugen. It's they had a push up here. That's sort of shocking to me because this particular company, I don't know, they have the rights to America only, and America's pretty much on these other vaccines. They have Canada, I think, only too. That's it. And I think they're late. I think that this is going to be a problematic thing for those who are in it. If I were in there and seeing this, I'd be selling. That's just me, though. And I'm not a financial advisor. And modernity, where are you? 396, 397. Yeah, okay. Come on, modernity. Step off the mountain and fall. And then we'll come back another day. It's okay. And those who bought the shares, they'll be okay. They'll get their value back. Modernity's going to do good. And for those who are selling their shares right now, maybe they'll take some profit. Poor folks who got into IDEX thinking that thing was going to the ceiling, huh? Jeez Louise. We got Clover. Who got into that? Lordstown. Dogecoin. How about the Dogecoin millionaire? Would you have sold at 70 cents? Was he foolish for that? Sundial, 79 cents. Google, that only knows how to go up. Look at this Google. That's a 5-year chart right there. And Modernity's at 394. Let's be happy about that. Because if you're in with me, we're gaining back some of what we lost. And now people are getting a little scared, I'm sure. So we are having that bear day finally. And we're in it! Oh, man. It's not really a relief. But it's just what it is. It's just what it is. And that's all it is. That's it. Neo is at 43.78. Now, I was looking at this thing when it was around 50s, 60s, around that range, and I said, is this really going to be the next Tesla? Yeah, it coming down from, it was getting a little cheaper here. And, I don't know, they're doing some things right, I hear. The only thing that worries me about them is that they're a Chinese company. See GameStop. 150.89. 150.89. Interesting. We're looking at the year chart. Let's take this to 3 months. They're not buying and selling. They're not pumping and dumping. They're actually buying and holding. That's pretty impressive for GameStop. It's pretty impressive. And so we're at 395, or 396 rather. And so let's take a look at the chart on this. And let's see what kind of movements it's made. Oh yeah, it's on a down trajectory. So it's just jumping to drop at this point. It's like a backwards crouch to jump. Literally, if you held it upside down, it would look like crouch to jumps. So it's like crouching and falling. So right now, you're seeing lower lows and lower highs. Yeah, it's locked in a downward momentum right now. So we'll see how far these puts will take us. Remember, I have 25 contracts we're sitting on. I mean, we'll see how it goes. And no matter which way it goes, we're going to be humble about it, because it's tough on everybody. These contracts are tough on everybody. You just got to be humble about it and be willing to win on both sides. That's honesty. When people see that, they can trust you. And you can always trust your happy healer lover. Sure, at the heart of it, I believe in Moderna. That makes me look like a bull that can't move and can't, you know. And the thing about it is, a lot of bulls get stuck like that. A lot of bulls get stuck being looked at like that when it's not true. And, you know, really they just love the company and they're cautious about, you know, stepping on it. But when it comes to options, and I would say with shares, bulls are going to pretty much stay bulls. You're holding for a long view and you see what it is. But right now we have a lot of people on there that was in it for the ride up. They seen the ride up. They're not holding on it for the next 5 years. And they're getting out before, you know, they're profit taking. You have that mixed with the short selling. And the bears who have been setting up for huge puts and hanging on to them and believing in it. Today's their last day. It might have been enough to push, to make some, you know, and that's kind of what I was looking at. And we're on board with them. And so we can all root for each other. That's why I want to see an income for all, because I know that when we have that forward momentum with the income for all being instituted through the stock market, that'll be a place where people feel so comfortable in making money, and that everybody can make money all the time. On top of the income for all itself, it would be empowering so many new companies to build the great new world of abundance that I know we are well on our way to do and to get. And my car's running out of gas. I actually have to go get some gas. It's way too hot. I'm not spending another summer sitting in Florida again, that's for sure. So yeah, we're just seeing how these things move. It looks like it's still on a downward, momentum, but there's a struggle there. But right now, it seems like anything can happen. But the sellers are still in charge. It seems like, so that's where I feel about it right now. And what we're gonna do is go get some gas. You can come along. Yep, gonna go get some gas. We're gonna go and get some gas, yeah. We're gonna go and get some gas. We're gonna put it in our ass. We're gonna fart onto the moon, 'cause it's the only way we're getting there. Okay. I hope that was enough calls to make the distance, you know? I mean, enough puts. I'm just configuring the car. It's not too much I gotta do. I'm gonna put the speaker up here for you guys to hear me once I get out. Alright. Bring up this phone. I don't think it's gonna get far enough. We're at 397.80. Let's keep that downward going. Right now, we're just betting that it's gonna move far, and that's the hope. It's just that it moves a good distance, if that makes sense. I don't know if this camera is going to stay up too much. Here, we're going to do this differently because I don't think this is going to stay up. So we'll bring it down, we'll just bring it forward. There you go. How's that? That's better, I guess, for now. Yep. And, camera went out. It's like black looking over there. Huh, we'll see. Alright. Yep. There we go. I'm just gonna run and get some gas. That's all we can do for now. Oh, shit. I have to grab something out of my cup up there. Okay, now we're good. Going to get some gas.